know that exact moment, the end of a long day. Your legs feel heavy, tired, almost like they don't belong to you. You sit down, and the first thing you want to do is free yourself. You grab the top band of your compression sock and you start the peel. It's a struggle for a second, but then it gives. And as it comes off, this wave of pure, absolute relief washes over you. It's a deep, satisfying sigh, the kind of sigh you let out when a persistent headache finally breaks, or a too-tight shoe comes off. Freedom. But what if that huge wave of relief you feel isn't a good sign at all? What if it's a blaring alarm bell? A groundbreaking 2023 study published in the Journal of Vascular Surgery revealed that over 70% of people wearing compression garments might be using the wrong size, often leading to worsened circulation in nearly a third of cases. That's right, a tool meant to help, accidentally causing more trouble. Ignoring these signals could mean turning a simple support into a silent health risk, slowing you down, keeping you from the grandkids, from your garden. But understanding them, that means newfound comfort, more energy, and the freedom to move through your day with ease. I'm going to share the single most important sign that your compression is hurting, not helping, and I promise to reveal it at the very end. The tighter is better trap. It's so completely natural to fall into the tighter is better trap. It makes perfect sense in our minds. If my legs are swollen, then more pressure, a harder squeeze, must be better at pushing that swelling out. If I have a problem, I should throw the strongest possible solution at it, right? But your body's vast, intricate circulation system is incredibly delicate. It's a network of tiny, flexible tubes, some as fine as a hair. It needs a supportive hug, not a chokehold. Think about a truly good hug. It's firm, secure, you feel held, safe, but you can still breathe, you can still move. Now think about a chokehold. It's pure restriction, panic, nothing flows. That intense feeling when you pull off your garment might be your legs telling you that the support they just endured for hours was more like a straitjacket. It was a fight. And that intense relief is the feeling of a battle finally being over. A gentle, truly supportive garment shouldn't feel like a battle at all. The goal is to take them off and feel pretty much the same, just less supported. If the feeling is dramatic, something is wrong with the fit. It's a signal to pay much closer attention. Way too much pressure, especially pressure that is uniform across the limb, can actually collapse the most important little vessels right under your skin. These tiny blood vessels, called capillaries, are crucial for nutrient and oxygen exchange. Instead of helping fluid get back into circulation, excessive pressure creates a literal wall, trapping it. It's like trying to get water out of a sponge by crushing it into a tiny ball from all sides at once. You just lock the water in. The correct way is to gently squeeze it from one end to the other, moving the fluid. Too much pressure can do the exact opposite of what you want, worsening rather than improving your internal plumbing. Research from the American Medical Association consistently warns against ill-fitting garments, highlighting that improper pressure can impede the very microcirculation, the tiny blood flow to your cells it's designed to enhance, leading to greater discomfort and even skin issues. This isn't just about fleeting discomfort. It affects your body's ability to maintain healthy tissue and heal itself. Try. Next time you take off your compression, grade that feeling of relief on a scale from 1 to 10. A 1 is, whatever. A 10 is, thank heavens I couldn't take another second. If you're consistently hitting a 7 or higher, that's your red flag. Think about making coffee. Is more coffee grounds always better? No, you get a bitter, sludgy mess. Is more salt always better in soup? No, it becomes inedible. Your body works the same way. Balance is key. More isn't always the answer. Sign 5. Pain is a full stop. This is the simplest, most important, and most non-negotiable rule of all. Compression garments should not hurt, period. Not a dull ache that you get used to during the day, making it hard to focus on your book club or enjoy a walk with a friend. Not a burning sensation under the band that leaves you fidgeting at the dinner table. Not a sharp, stinging pain when you bend your ankle or knee, turning a simple task like going upstairs into a dreaded chore. If you find yourself wincing when you walk, or you're constantly fidgeting and adjusting the sock all day long because it's just plain uncomfortable, that is your body's final answer. The answer is no. So many of us were taught to just put up with discomfort, to be tough, to power through. We need to unlearn that here. Pain is your body's incredibly sophisticated alarm system. It's not just an annoyance. It's a clear, urgent message from your nervous system, indicating that something is wrong, that tissue is being irritated, or that flow is being restricted. The American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons emphasizes that persistent pain, especially from a medical device, should always be investigated, as it signals potential harm or improper function. It's exactly like a new pair of shoes. If a shoe rubs your heel raw and gives you a blister, you don't just tell yourself to power through the pain. You recognize that the shoe doesn't fit you correctly. You stop wearing it. Your compression garment is no different. It is a piece of apparel that must fit your unique body correctly. The goal of compression is to relieve symptoms like aching, heaviness, and swelling, giving you more energy to play with the grandkids or tackle your gardening projects. It is not supposed to trade those problems for a new kind of pain. Pain is your body's clearest, loudest boundary. It simply means stop. Ignoring it can lead to further irritation, inflammation, and even tissue damage that takes longer to heal. Don't let a garment that's supposed to improve your life actually diminish it. Try. Just ask yourself one simple, honest question and give a one-word answer. Does this hurt? Don't try to justify it or explain it away with, well, it's supposed to be tight. Just yes or no. If the answer is yes, the fit is wrong. Take it seriously. Sign 4. The dent that stays put. When you take off a compression sock, it's totally normal to see a faint pattern from the weave of the fabric on your skin. It looks like a little waffle pattern.
That's just the impression of the material, just like the faint marks from your bed sheets in the morning. That's just the impression of the material. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about a deep groove, a real dent in your flesh, usually from the top band. It's a valley that lasts long after the sock is off. It's like the mark from a watch band that's been on way too tight for hours. It sticks around for half an hour or more, sometimes even an hour. This is a sign of something called pitting edema. It sounds complicated, but it's actually a very clear visual signal. Think of your skin and the tissue underneath it like a sponge that's become waterlogged. When you press on a waterlogged sponge, the water moves away, leaving a temporary dent. The extreme pressure from that tight band has been squeezing so hard that it has forced excess fluid out of your circulatory vessels into the soft tissue itself. Your skin becomes saturated with this trapped fluid in that specific area. When you press on it, you're just pushing that trapped fluid out of the way, and it takes a long time for it to slowly seep back and for the dent to disappear. This isn't just cosmetic. It indicates that the garment isn't simply failing to help. It might be actively concentrating the swelling in one spot. Studies from the American College of Phlebology show that localized, persistent indentations like these are a clear indicator of disrupted fluid dynamics and potential lymphatic congestion, hindering proper drainage rather than assisting it. This can make simple things like slipping into your favorite pair of shoes difficult, or cause discomfort when you try to rest your leg. This kind of sustained pressure and trapped fluid can also compromise the integrity of your skin, making it more fragile and susceptible to breakdown, which could lead to sores or infections. Healthy skin needs consistent, even fluid flow to stay supple and resilient. A deep, lasting dent is a sign that this delicate balance is profoundly disturbed. Try. The next time you take your garment off, find the deepest line left by the band. Press your thumb firmly into that spot for 5 full seconds. Then lift your thumb away and start counting. If the pit, the dent from your thumb, is still clearly visible after 15 or 20 seconds, it's a strong sign that fluid is being trapped right there. Notice how it feels. Does it feel unusually soft or tender? Sign 3, the numbness and zingers. There's a huge difference between feeling firm, supportive pressure and feeling
Nothing at all. Feeling the compression is the whole point. But if your toes or parts of your foot feel numb, like they've fallen asleep, that is a serious warning. That sensation happens when a nerve gets pinched or compressed. The electrical signal from your foot to your brain is being physically blocked or interfered with by the excessive pressure. It's like a kink in a garden hose, stopping the water flow. And then there are the zingers. You know the feeling. A sudden, sharp, electric shock that shoots down a toe for no reason. A quick little lightning bolt of pain. Or maybe it's a constant pins and needles feeling, like a low-grade fizzing or crawling under your skin, a sensation known medically as paresthesia. These are not signs that the sock is working hard. These are your nerves screaming for help. They are being compressed, irritated, and starved of their own tiny blood supply. A little numbness from sitting in a weird position for too long is one thing. Numbness that develops and stays while you're wearing a medical garment, making it hard to feel the floor when you walk or the brake pedal when you drive, is another. It's a sign that the pressure is in the wrong place or is just way too high. The National Institute of Neurological Disorders and Stroke, NINS, warns that prolonged nerve compression can lead to nerve damage, which can be difficult to reverse. You should never, ever try to get used to numbness or pins and needles. These sensations can dramatically impact your balance and coordination, making you feel unsteady on your feet, increasing your risk of falls, or making fine motor tasks like buttoning a shirt or picking up small objects challenging. Your feet are crucial for sending sensory information to your brain about your position in space. When that information is muffled or distorted, your body can't respond effectively, potentially leading to accidents. Listen to these nerve signals. They are vital for your safety and comfort. Try. Right now, wiggle your toes inside your sock. Now, try to feel the texture of the inside of your shoe with the bottom of your big toe. Can you feel the subtle details of the fabric or the seam? Or does it feel dull and distant, like you're trying to feel something while wearing a thick winter glove? That dullness is a form of numbness, and it's telling you something important. Sign 2. Your skin is talking loudly. Your skin is an incredible messenger. It's like the dashboard on your car, with all sorts of little warning lights. We just have to learn how to read them. The language it speaks is color, temperature, and texture. These visible changes offer crucial clues about what's happening beneath the surface, especially regarding blood flow. First, color. As soon as you take the socks off, look at your toes and your feet. Are they unnaturally pale, white, or waxy looking compared to the rest of your skin? That's a sign that fresh, oxygenated blood isn't getting in properly, a condition called ischemia, meaning reduced blood supply. It's like a garden hose being pinched, preventing water from reaching the flowers. Or are they dusky, reddish purple, or even a little blue? That's a sign that the old, deoxygenated blood isn't getting out. It's a simple plumbing problem. The inflow or the outflow is blocked, creating a traffic jam of stagnant blood. The Cleveland Clinic consistently highlights unusual skin discoloration as a critical indicator of circulatory problems that demand attention. Next, temperature. Blood flow brings warmth. It's your body's natural heating system, circulating warm, oxygen-rich blood throughout your extremities. If your toes feel noticeably cold to the touch, especially compared to your calf or thigh, that's a circulation red flag. They aren't getting the warm blood supply they need, indicating restricted arterial flow. Conversely, if the skin under the garment feels unusually hot and flushed, it could indicate inflammation or localized irritation due to excessive pressure. Finally, texture. Look at the skin that was under the garment. Does it look strangely shiny and tight, almost like plastic? That can be a sign the skin is being stretched by trapped fluid, or that the garment is so tight it's impeding the skin's natural elasticity. Or is it unusually dry, flaky, or scaly?
Constant, unrelenting pressure can damage the tiny capillaries that feed your skin cells, preventing them from staying healthy, hydrated, and receiving vital nutrients. This can make your skin more vulnerable to cuts, scrapes, and slower to heal, impacting your ability to enjoy outdoor activities or even simple daily care. Healthy skin is supple, resilient, and responsive. Stressed skin shows its distress through these visible signals. Try. Use the back of your hand, which is more sensitive to temperature. Touch your toes, then immediately touch your knee. Is there a dramatic, obvious difference in warmth? A little bit is normal, but a "wow, that's cold" or "that's burning hot" difference is a sign to investigate. Then, gently pinch a small fold of skin on your shin that was under the sock and one above it. Does one feel significantly less elastic or thicker than the other? Sign 1, the muffin top, on your leg. All right, this is the most obvious sign, the one you can see from across the room. Go ahead and look at your leg, right where the top band of your sock or stocking ends. Do you see a roll of skin bulging over that top edge? We all know what a muffin top looks like around the waist. This is the exact same thing, but on your calf or your thigh. It's a huge, unmissable warning sign that your garment is doing the opposite of what it should. That top band is acting like a perfect, brutal little dam. Think of a river. If you build a dam across it, the water piles up behind it, getting deeper and deeper. Your sock is doing that to your body's fluids. Everything your body is trying to push back uphill, old blood from your veins, crucial lymphatic fluid, which carries waste away, is hitting that tight band and just stopping. It creates a massive traffic jam for your circulation, right at the finish line, preventing essential fluids from returning to your core. The Mayo Clinic consistently emphasizes that restrictive bands, especially at the top of compression garments, can hinder venous return and lymphatic drainage, paradoxically increasing swelling below the constriction. This leads to a buildup of fluid and waste products, making your legs feel even heavier and more uncomfortable throughout the day, impacting your ability to stay active. A properly fitted garment should have a smooth transition from the fabric to your skin. The edge should be flat. Maybe there's a slight, faint line, but it should never, ever be a harsh cliff with skin spilling over the top. That bulge is proof positive that the garment is creating a blockage instead of solving one. Not only does this look uncomfortable, but it signals a breakdown in the very circulatory support you're seeking. This chronic pooling of fluid can contribute to skin breakdown, increased risk of infection, and even more pronounced swelling over time. Try. Run your finger across the top edge of the band while you're wearing it. Does your finger glide smoothly from the fabric onto your skin? Or does it dip into a groove and then have to climb up a hill on the other side? That little journey tells you everything you need to know about how effectively or ineffectively your garment is guiding fluid. Safer alternative 1, the 2-finger rule. Here is your best immediate tool for checking the fit. It's a simple, brilliant diagnostic test you can do right now with no guesswork. It's like checking the collar on a dog or a new shirt to make sure it's not too tight. While you are wearing the garment, take your index and middle finger and keep them flat together. Try to slide them underneath the top band. They should be able to fit under there snugly. You should feel the band on both sides of your fingers, providing gentle resistance. But you shouldn't have to force them in, and it shouldn't feel painful. It should not feel like a tourniquet that is about to cut off the circulation to your fingertips. This simple check ensures that the band isn't constricting your blood flow or lymphatic drainage right at the crucial top edge. If you can't even get the tip of one finger in without a major struggle, the band is dangerously tight. Full stop. On the other hand, if you can easily slide your whole hand in and wiggle it around, the garment is far too loose to be providing any therapeutic compression. Snug but not strangling is the goal. It should be firm enough to stay up, but gentle enough to allow for healthy circulation. This simple test tells you if the most critical part, the top band, is doing its job of securing the garment without creating a problematic choke point, directly impacting your comfort and the effectiveness of the compression. Try. Do the 2-finger test right now. Now stand up and do it again. Then sit down and bend your knee to 90 degrees and try it a third time. The fit should remain relatively consistent across these positions. If it becomes painfully tight, or you can't get your fingers under the band in one position but can easily in another, that tells you the garment isn't accommodating your body's natural movement and is problematic. Safer alternative 2. Think gradient, not grip. This is maybe the most important concept to understand for long-term success. The smartest, most effective compression isn't just a tight tube that provides the same amount of pressure all over. That's just simple grip, and it's rarely helpful. The best kind is called gradient compression. This is all about intelligent physiological design that works with your body. Gradient simply means that the garment is engineered to be tightest down at your ankle, where gravity's pull is strongest. And as it moves up your leg toward your knee or thigh, the pressure gets progressively and smoothly lighter. Think about squeezing a tube of toothpaste. You always squeeze from the bottom, the end, to get the toothpaste to move efficiently out the top. If you just grab it and squeeze it hard in the middle, you create a mess and trap toothpaste on both sides. Gradient compression works exactly like that. It creates a gentle, continuous push from the bottom up, actively and methodically encouraging the old fluid and blood to move uphill back toward the center of your body where it can be processed and removed. This process is called venous return and lymphatic drainage. It works with your circulatory system's natural flow, acting like an external pump to assist your body's own mechanisms. A non-gradient sock is just a tight tube. It can squeeze, but it can't push in the right direction. It can even create new points of congestion, making things worse. The American Heart Association consistently recommends graduated compression as the gold standard for managing leg swelling and improving circulation, precisely because of its physiological benefits. This targeted pressure reduces fatigue and aching in your legs, helping you feel lighter and more energetic, whether you're standing for long periods or simply enjoying the leisurely stroll. Try find the box or the paperwork that came with your socks. Look for the magic word, gradient or graduated compression. Reputable brands will proudly boast about this feature. It will be printed clearly on the packaging. If you can't find that word anywhere, you may just have a simple tube sock with a tight top, which is not designed to be therapeutically effective. Safer alternative 3, the 2-minute muscle pump. Never forget that you have the best circulation-boosting tools already built right into your body. They are your calf muscles. Let's use them. This simple exercise, done for a couple of minutes every hour you're sitting, can make a world of difference, improving the natural flow of blood and lymph and reducing that feeling of heaviness. Here's what you do. While seated with your feet flat on the floor, first, lift your heels as high off the floor as you can, pressing the balls of your feet down firmly. Really feel that strong, deep squeeze in your calf muscles, like you're trying to push yourself up on your tiptoes. Hold that contraction for 3 full, slow seconds, feeling the power in your lower leg. Then, slowly lower your heels back down with control. Now for part 2, reverse it. Keep your heels planted firmly on the floor and lift your toes and the front of your foot as high as you can up toward your shins. You'll feel the muscles on the front of your leg working and a nice gentle stretch in your calves. Hold that for 3 seconds. Rock back and forth between these two movements, slowly and deliberately, 15 or 20 times. This is the calf pump. Your calf muscle is often called the second heart for a very good reason. Every time it squeezes, it compresses the deep veins in your leg, literally acting as a pump to force blood upward, against gravity, back toward your heart. This powerful action also helps move stagnant lymphatic fluid. Research from physical therapy journals consistently highlights the calf muscle pump as essential for venous health, especially for those with sedentary lifestyles. This simple routine not only boosts circulation, but also helps keep your ankle joints mobile and reduces stiffness, allowing you to walk further and stand longer with greater comfort and less fatigue. Stop if you feel any sharp pain. And of course, it's always wise to talk to a clinician if you have any heart, balance, or significant joint issues before starting a new exercise.
Do 10 of these slow and steady calf pumps right now. Don't rush them. Feel the powerful squeeze on the way up and the gentle stretch on the other movement. That feeling is you, actively participating in your own circulation. It's empowering, and it's a direct action you can take to support your body's natural rhythm. Your body knows best. So, when you break it all down, it's really quite simple. We're looking out for that dam causing a muffin top on the leg, a clear sign of blocked flow. We're listening to our skin, checking the color, the warmth, the texture, because our skin is an honest messenger about what's happening internally. We're paying close attention to any sleepy, numb feelings or those sharp little electric zingers that signal nerve distress. We're checking for those deep dents that just don't bounce back, revealing trapped fluid. And most importantly, we are treating pain as a non-negotiable full stop, a boundary your body sets for its own protection. Your body is the ultimate expert on itself. It sends you clear, simple, honest signals all day long. The problem is, we live in a noisy world, and we often get too busy or distracted to listen. This is all about learning to tune out the external noise and tune in to the profound wisdom your body is constantly offering you. Remember, compression should feel like a helpful, supportive friend, giving you a secure, comforting hug that enhances your day. It should never feel like a demanding, punishing boss, causing discomfort and limiting your freedom. You are in charge of your body. Trust the signals. Trust what your body is telling you. The goal is always, always support, comfort, and enhanced well-being, not a daily struggle. Try. For the next hour, commit to honoring the next small signal your body sends you. If you feel thirsty, get water immediately. If your eyes feel tired, close them for 30 seconds. If you feel a need to stretch, do it. It's small-scale practice for listening to the bigger, more important signals your body sends about your health. If this helped, you'll get a lot out of our next video on this exact topic. It's called 5 Signs Your Compression is Too Low and How to Fix It. I've put it right here on the screen for you to tap.